Rob?
Hello everyone and welcome to Rob's Rebellion. And for the next 18 days, I'm really going to try and make an effort to, actually more 17 days, to do a Star Wars figure-related video or Star Wars something leading up to The Force Awakens. Can you believe it? We're already in the month of December and it's only a few short days, a week or so away from The Force Awakens. A movie that after the prequels, I think a lot of people just thought, well, I mean, they were okay, or they were nice, or you liked them, or you hated them, or whatever, but that's going to be it, unless it's cartoons or video games. But we are getting another Star Wars. Not only another Star Wars film, but a series of films. So, a great sigh of relief and a wonderment, there's a word for you. So today I decided to pull something older out of my collection, and this comes from the wonderful people at Hasbro, the Unleashed Star Wars series. This is more of a statue than it is a figure. You might call it a figurine. The figures, or figurines if you will, the statues, are roughly 7 to 8 inches depending on who or what they are, and then some may be even taller depending on the accessories that they have, or the bases may make them taller. So I have quite a few of them. I stopped collecting them for whatever reason. I think these ran right around between 2004 to 2006, I think, maybe a 3-year span, maybe as early as 2003. We're looking at Princess Leia here, or Slave Leia, and now that there's this big hubbub about, whether she should be in this garb anymore, whether they're going to put any more merchandise out for her. Some people say it's a hoax that's kind of going around the internet. Be that as it may, I kind of chose it just because of that. And this is actually the first figurine, or the first statue, if you will, that I purchased in this line. Now, she is leaning a little bit more. She should be standing more kind of like that. Let's get my dumb arm in the way. She has been in a box for a while, so I'm going to have to kind of heat her up and, without sounding bad, I'm going to have to bend her a little bit to get her to stand straight for probably the better part of, oh man, I could be pushing 10 years that she has been in a box. I briefly had all of these figurines out at one point when I was making an announcement video way back when about doing in addition to my Rob's Rogues channel. So I thought it was appropriate to do this one, being that it's the first one that I ever purchased. And yes, I had a soft spot for Princess Leia and was the fanboy crush in a lot of us, seeing her in her, slave bikini. But I always liked the character of Princess Leia. I like her interaction with Han Solo and with Luke Skywalker, obviously. But this was a moment in the theater. I remember my mom looking at me when she was on screen in this outfit, and I was just kind of like, that's a girl. So we won't fawn over that. But the sculpt on this, now keep in mind that I believe the earliest in these figures may have been 2003. But around 2004, the sculpt in these is really, really, really good for being a 2004. We're pushing, 10 years on some of these figures. And I'll get in closer on Princess Leia here and all of them as I review them. Now, I won't be reviewing all of them at once, so there'll be some breaks in here, but you will eventually see all of them in my collection. But the sculpt on her, if I get her in frame here, I mean, it really kind of looks like Carrie Fisher. And some of them, especially when we get into Revenge of the Sith, and then some other ones that I have. Most of them, other than Princess Leia here, I do have Luke Skywalker from Return of the Jedi and Darth Vader from Empire Strikes Back. But most of them are Revenge of a Sith. That's when this line started coming out, and then they started, branching off into the other films. But yeah, just the detail Now this is where Rob needs a rotating table. I tried dusting her off. There's some little dust there. But the detail in the back of her headpiece is just really, really well. We'll kind of go all the way down the figure here. And I'm not trying to point this out because she's, you know, half naked here, but the attention to detail in the human body form. I mean, there's the shoulder blade sticking out from the back here, the braids in her hair. So this is going to seem more like a gratuitous money shot here. But the detailing that they have here and this translucent part of the skirt, I'm getting a great butt shot there. Sorry, Leia. But you can kind of see hopefully my finger back through here. I got a pair of scissors. This is going to look really awkward. But you can kind of see that it's clear and translucent. So Hasbro did a really, really good job on the sculpt of these figures. And you'll kind of see as we go through. So this is the back part of the sail barge. There's her boot and her knees. There's a little peg here that her other leg goes in. I was trying to bend her just a little bit more so she could stand straight, but you can kind of see the where she's pegged in right there. It's causing her to bend over a little bit more than I really wanted her to. So you can see the dust that I have here. It's amazing what the camera picks up. But just the gold gunmetal, look, wow, there's a lot of dust there. I apologize. I really thought I dusted her off with the air can. Let's back up here. So it came in two separate pieces, this back part of the sail barge here. And there were different box variations. When I edit this together, I will try and show you a couple different versions of it. But this piece just pops off and on. And a lot of these came in 3 to 4 separate pieces. Princess Leia does come off of her post. You can kind of see her there. Sorry to do some readjustment there. But just the sculpting that's in here, and this is a sculpted chain. It's actually a chain material. It's more, it's a very, very thin metal. And her hair is a separate piece too. You can kind of see that there. Her staff that she holds on to is really kind of flimsy, but you can see the detailing in that. Rather long, and it fits right into her hand. As I have her off camera here, I apologize about that. So it's a little bent right at the moment. Again, like I said, she's been in storage for 10 years, and I apologize that this first figure is going to seem more like a peep show than anything. But just in... Again, this is 10 years old, and I'm just still marveling at how great she looks and the attention to detail that they put into this whole series. And once we get into other characters like Luke Skywalker and maybe a Darth Vader, you'll really kind of see and appreciate kind of what I'm talking about here. So this has just been kind of a look at some of my Star Wars collection. Over the next 17 days, as we gear up for The Force Awakens, I'm going to be doing some more Black Series figures. Arriving today when I'm filming this is Tuesday, December 1st, Captain Phasma has arrived. My wife picked her up at the post office that I got in a trade that I sent somebody, another Kylo Ren, that I was able to get a hold of. So I'll be able to now have Captain Phasma to add to my Black Series collection. So that's going to do it for this review right here. It's rather kind of short, and I figure that some of these will be, as far as some of these statues go, or the Unleashed series, as it were. These are really the only statues I have of Star Wars characters. But I want to be able to show some of these to you. We'll be taking a look at vehicles. We'll be taking a look at 12-inch figures, 6-inch figures, 3 3/4-inch figures, some classic Star Wars stuff, and some Star Wars Force Awakens in the next 17 to 18 days, gearing up for the Force Awakens. So today we've been taking a look at the Unleashed Star Wars Slave Leia, made in 2004, I believe, by Hasbro. And as always, this is Rob for Rob's Rogues, signing off saying we will see you guys next time.